When you put a flat collar on, like the one he's wearing there, and you walk in, because it's down low on his neck, the lower the neck, the stronger his neck is. So he'll still pull into it. The harder you pull back, he will just go, let's go. And he'll pull into it. When a dog feels this pressure, he feels that he can turn this pressure off. If he pulls hard enough to a thing, and the pressure turns off, he's like, I got to the tree. Or pressure on, he gets to the park, and then he gets to have some free time. So here he may be associating pressure with moving forward. And also when the collar's down low, just like with the harness, you have no way of controlling his head. So if you're trying to pull him away from a thing, his focus and intent is still on it. So no matter how hard he pulls, and he's lower on your center of gravity, he's going to pull you over. And he's a big, strong boy, and he's become opportunistic, right? And also flat collars that can slip out of him very easily. So when the slip lead goes on, there's a few things that are important. First of all, the right way and the wrong way of putting the slip lead on. He's on your left-hand side, so being on the left means that when I apply the pressure, I want it to look like this. On is on, and when I turn it off, you can see that easily releases. Upside down, you apply the pressure, it's on, but if you let go, it doesn't release. So that's the incorrect way. So when you're putting it on, you want to see the P. P for proper, or Q for not quite, P for panos, and I'm sure you'll remember. And you want to put that on to the dog's head. So that way there, it's in the correct position. But if he now ventures onto the right-hand side, now it's going to lock again, and it's not going to work, so he has to stay on the left. And we walk on left in Australia most of the time, so that means I want him on the outside of any oncoming people and dogs.
He's not very good at staying on one side at the moment.
That's it. We'll fix that today, huh? Isn't that right, you big boy? Now, one thing as well about dogs under 6 months old, we have them on the harness, front clip, be able to manipulate and control him a little bit. But in that time, I'm trying to build confidence and not overwhelm him with too many rules while he's young. And also, I don't want to put a collar on a puppy and going for walks, because as they're teething, they could be sensitive. But more importantly, a puppy of his size and caliber means that if he'd been used to walking on a collar for the last couple of months, then this pressure here is like it's like nothing to him now. So now when we start introducing pressure to mean something, we have to work a lot harder, and it'll be a lot more conflict. So if you keep him on the harness, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But now he's going to be a lot more sensitive, so he's going to respond to this a lot easier, to yield to the pressure. Also, when you put the any training collar on, especially the slip lead, it has to be up high, under the jaw and behind the ears. Keeping the collar up high gives me control and leverage over his head, but also it's more sensitive up here. So as soon as he leans into it, he's like, oh, that's uncomfortable. When he gets back next to us, we turn the pressure off. So as I mentioned before, pressure made him go into this opposition reflex, which means put pressure on until we get somewhere and it'll turn off. Well, here we're going to flip that on its head. If he starts going up ahead of you, you're going to apply some pressure. When he gets next to you, you turn the pressure off.